Things can change at any moment. The weather and season just rapidly changed here in the mountains of Colorado. We went from being in the peak of fall with beautiful, colorful leaves, crisp autumn air, glowing and warm sunlit trails, to everything shifting overnight, turning into a snowy, cold, wintry wonderland. And when the weather changes this quickly, the landscape just goes from looking one way to looking a completely new and different way. When the landscape changes overnight, to me, it's a reminder that your circumstances can change at any moment. Your struggles that you're currently facing can become resolved. The way that you're feeling, whether you're struggling or feeling badly, can suddenly just turn around in any moment. So let nature be a reminder to you that things can change in the blink of an eye, and they can change for the better or maybe for the worse. But just remember that change is a constant in our lives, and not all change is out of our control. We have so much power within ourselves to create positive changes in our lives and shift our state of being. We can create the changes in our lives that we want to see. We can achieve those positive changes through personal development work and by making conscious choices and decisions that we no longer want to be stuck or be a victim of circumstance, that we want to feel better and be better. And we can do that by making the choice every day to commit our time and energy into something better, by deciding that we want to change the way that we feel and taking action towards making that happen. And making changes in your life, like your habits and lifestyle, the positive shifts don't happen overnight, but much like the weather, after putting in that consistent effort, it can feel like those changes happened overnight. You can go from one day feeling like you're putting in the work towards making those positive changes, being in those routines, and waking up the next day realizing that the positive changes that you have been working towards have actually happened in your life, and you've experienced shifts within yourself, and you have successfully shifted your state of being, and as a result, shifted your entire life. And the funny thing is that when that shift happens and your goals are met, you can almost forget that you were ever struggling at all, because you've become that new version of yourself and left that old version of yourself behind through the entire evolution process. It becomes harder to remember the struggle because you are living in the present moment. And all you can think about is how great you feel now and how amazing your life is now that you've achieved those things that you were working towards. And that's where your focus remains moving forward. I've been in that place many times throughout my personal development journey. I overcame chronic health issues. I overcame chronic anxiety. And when I experienced those moments of waking up to a new version of myself that I had created, I remember that all I could focus on was how good I felt in that moment. I wasn't thinking about how long it took to get to where I was or the struggles that I had along the way. I was only focused on the fact that I felt like a brand new person, a better person, a healthier person, like the person I was always meant to be before all that struggle and trauma. From that moment on, my life was better and always would be. I knew that with 100% certainty because I had created the results that I was now living. I knew with 100% certainty that my life would always be better moving forward because once you create those massive shifts and achieve huge personal growth in your life and heal your traumas and overcome your biggest obstacles and challenges, you can never go back to or relate as deeply to that person who ever struggled as badly as that old version of yourself did. You are in a new energy, a new vibration and frequency, and the old you would never be able to hear or relate to the new you. Personal growth and transformation allows us to step into a new version of ourselves, into a new reality, into a new state of being. And although we respect that old version of ourselves and appreciate everything that they went through and have so much love for them, we are no longer them. And that is how it should be. We are meant to grow and evolve and thrive, just like the trees bloom in the spring, lose their leaves in the fall, then regrow again in the spring. We are a part of nature. Nature is us. Change is natural and change is good. So if you're on a journey and you're working towards something greater, making improvements and changes in your life, and you're wondering when you will start to feel better and see the results of your efforts, wondering when that change will really happen, just remember that change can happen in any moment. And it can feel like it all happened in the blink of an eye, overnight. Just as quickly as the weather can change, you can change too.